I want to drill down on something that Pavel said, which is that we discover Java parameters that we optimize. Can you talk about that mechanism? How do you do that discovery? Do you know those mechanisms a priori based on customers' goals, or is there a magic to the way Opsani discovers those components?
Right. So in terms of the things that can be optimized in a Java application, these are well known. The problem is the list is too long. The list is probably in the thousands. So just kind of, if you don't know what to look for, just trying random parameters and setting values for them, that's not going to get you anywhere. Now, there are people that are, they've spent decades, or probably for as long as Java has existed, tuning these things. So there are people that have the knowledge to be able to fine-tune a Java application. From what we've seen, these people are, there's not a lot of them, because we've seen a lot of Java apps that are, let's just say, not very well tuned. So where Opsani comes in is we can take this basket of settings and feed maybe a portion of them to our product and our algorithms, and let it decide out of the variety of settings that can be tuned on Java applications, which are the ones that actually have effect on performance, and out of these, what is the actual value that is optimal for that application. So typically that will be like a very large space of combinations, and we try to do that in a reasonable number of tries.
And that is where our technology and using machine learning actually makes a huge difference. It is not an incremental difference. It essentially enables this, makes it possible. One of the additional things is that those settings that matter may differ from application to application and even from cloud to cloud. So different applications experience memory pressure differently. They have different response time requirements. So things that may not make much difference in performance in one application may end up making a huge difference in another application. So that decision cannot be made once and you just have a best practice of 5 settings that you want to optimize. No, you have tens and hundreds of settings, and then you have to figure out which of these settings actually matter for each specific application. And our product is able to do that.
Yep, absolutely. And just if I can chime in on that a little bit, it may not be obvious, but as Peter said, that there's no one setting to rule them all, or one set of values to rule them all. If there was, probably Java will ship with that with those settings out of the box, and that problem wouldn't exist in the first place. But it turns out that a lot of applications have different requirements, and what works for one application absolutely doesn't work for the next one. And we've seen that in practice. This is just not theory. We've experienced it in practice, where something that has a significant impact on application A is actually making the opposite impact on application B.